All right. Good evening, everybody. We're getting ready for our second game of the night. Bear with me as I get this all set up. 1 second here. So if they want to join the broadcast, they're going to join me right there. And let's go ahead and add a second one. StreamYard. Just following what Anthony told me to do. Colts at Patriots is right here. It's live. Let's view it on YouTube. Continue to YouTube. And that's the link. Okay. Appreciate your patience. All right, so now both of those are up. This one I should be able to close. This one, just double checking. Let's go ahead and enter the game. Hide that. And we are needing to go full screen there. Mute is not on. I'm in. I think we're good. Let's double check. Yeah, we're showing the full screen. Pull up the game. Looks like I missed a couple of plays, but that's all right. Opening drive of the AFC Divisional Playoff live from Foxborough, Massachusetts. The New England Patriots hosting the Indianapolis Colts. We'll break this game down a little bit as we go along here. New England comes into this game injury-free. Indianapolis is missing a quartet of players. So let's start by looking at that. Seven-yard run-off tackle there for Damian Harris. That came after a holding penalty, so that sets up a 2nd and 13 at the 26-yard line. As we mentioned, 4 injuries here for the Colts coming into the game, including Andrew Zendeo. That's the free safety rated 4. T.Y. Hilton is out for this game. Good receiver. Zaire Franklin, that's going to be the right inside linebacker, also rated a 4. And Bobby Okereke, middle linebacker. He's rated a 5. So a couple of linebackers out here in this game. There's a 2-yard little dump pass. Caught by Damian Harris. Not near enough to set up a better third down situation. It's 3rd and long for the Patriots, 3rd and 11 at their 28. Patriots come out in the 3 wide receiver set. Nickel here from the Colts. It's going to be a short pass to Jacoby Myers, but he's flushed out of the pocket. Mac Jones is going to look for another target, and he's got a nice 13-yard pass there. Hunter Henry is the secondary on the dump, and he picks up a big 3rd down conversion, 1st and 10 out to the 41-yard line. Colts, I know, come into this game with a really good run defense. They're rated average to good. Against the passes, though, the Colts are rated poor. Although I will tell you to look at their defensive cards. They really don't look that bad. At least by how I would evaluate that. To be clear, 10 at the 41. Here's a button hook pass over the middle to tailback Brandon Bolden. And going to be a receiver opportunity. It's going to be 6-yard pickup for Bolden, and he almost fumbled the ball, but he managed to hang on. Only a 1 on that 1-6 die. Coughs it up. 2nd and 4. Patriots out near midfield. Opening drive of this AFC playoff game. Patriots coached by Dennis Young. I really should check with him and make sure I'm pronouncing that right. Dennis has been with the Patriots for many years in this league. On 2nd and 4, Damian Harris is the tailback in a blocking back set. Colts are in a 4-3 defense. They only bring 4 linebackers. Here's a run up the middle. Damian Harris, he's got a short gain on the defensive guard. 13-yard pickup. That's to the 40-yard line into Indianapolis territory. Patriots pick up their 2nd first down on this opening drive. And they're at the fringe of field goal range here. Right after I mentioned the good run defense for the Colts, they managed to find the only short gain on that defensive card. Here's a quick slant over the middle. Open zone to Jonnu Smith, and he's got a yak opportunity, and it's a good one. He picks up 16 yak yards. Adding that to Mac Jones, it's an 18-yard completion. Jones is out to a 4-for-4 start. And the Patriots, 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. Opening game tonight, the Chargers, the 1-seed advance, defeating the Jaguars 44-33. So the top 3 seeds are still alive as we are here setting up the second half of the AFC title game in this one. Winner of this one will travel to Los Angeles for that title game. Here's a first down run for Ramondre Stevenson, nothing doing. Defensive tackle makes the stop. 4 on the white die. Helps that at 2nd and 10. Colts have Darius Leonard at left linebacker, but the other 2 starting linebackers are hurt. There's a short pass. Jacoby Myers, that's incomplete. Mac Jones can't find it on his card. His first errant pass. It's 3rd and 10 at the 22. From this spot exactly, it's a 2 through 10 field goal. And 2 through 10, even if he loses yardage, 2 through 11 if he gains it. So the whole playbook is open as far as you're concerned about field goal and variables. 3rd and 10 at the 22. Shotgun. 3 wide receivers split out. Brandon Bolden's the tailback. Colts are going to bring the nickel defense. Here's a short pass to Hunter Henry. He is double teamed and incomplete. Give credit to Coach John Freeze of the Colts for a great call in a high leverage situation. Patriots coach says it themselves, perfect call. 4th and 10 at the 22. Here comes a chippy field goal from Nick Folk, I believe. And it is indeed Nick Folk. That PAT is good. And on the opening drive of the game, Patriots go 11 plays, 59 yards. They get the touchdown. Or I should say the field goal. I'm so sorry. They're up 3-0. So Coach John Freeze gets off the field on the opening drive with a great call on 3rd down. And now John's Colts will get their first possession of the game, down 3-0. The ever dangerous Jonathan Taylor at tailback in this blocking back set. There's a first down flare pass out to the tight end, Mo Alley Cox, and incomplete. There is a penalty on the play. And the news just gets worse offensively. It's holding. Back up the Colts now, 1st and 20 at their own 15. And after that holding call, it's a spread formation. Nickel defense here by the Patriots. Run up the middle, and it's going to be a 7-yard pickup for Jonathan Taylor. Center makes the block. Ryan Kelly for the Colts. Colts have a very stout offensive line. 2nd and 13 here. They're going to keep 3 wide receivers on the field. Austin Doolin in the slot. I said Ashton, I meant. That keeps the Patriots in the nickel. And on 2nd and 13, here's a square and pass. Zach Pascal. It's going to be a little pickup of 5 yards. Those are 5 important yards, though. At 3rd and 8. Opens up much more of the playbook. Colts will stay in the 3 wide receiver set. Nyheim Hines comes in to be the 3rd down back. Hines 7.5 average per catch. B rated on the yak. Michael Pittman Jr. is D rated on the yak. I thought that was different. I thought he was better rated. There's a short pass to Pascal, and that's incomplete. Wentz can't get him, and that's going to bring on the punter. 4th and 8 at the 27. Rigoberto Sanchez. He boots a 43-yarder, fielded at the 30-yard line by Gunnar Olszewski. It's a fair catch. And the Patriots, with a 3-0 lead, they'll take their second drive to begin at the 30. Damian Harris, the tailback now, in a blocking back set. Colt safety up close, showing blitz. I didn't see the Colts personally this year, as far as with my team, and I guess I was remembering Michael Pittman as having a much better yak rating from the year prior, so that's my mistake. He is D rated. Here's a 7-yard run on 1st down by Damian Harris. That's 2nd and 3 for the Patriots. Our first game tonight was high scoring. This one probably won't be. We'll see. Here's a flat pass and a good one, 13 yards. Mac Jones hits Jonnu Smith for his second big catch in the first quarter. And now at midfield, 1st and 10 for the Patriots. Colts made it to this round with a wild card victory over the Steelers. 23-18, I believe, was the score. And here's Mac Jones scrambling, and he's going to get a first down there for 12 yards on the ground. He was back looking for a short pass, but he got flushed out and scrambles for a first down now at the 38-yard line of Indianapolis. Yes, it was 23-18. Colts beat the Steelers to get to this point. Patriots had a little bit easier wild card round, winning 29-10 over the Tennessee Titans. And here's a first down over the middle to the tailback, Damian Harris. That's good for 6. 2nd down and 4. Patriots like to rotate their running backs. Stevenson, Harrison, Ramondre Stevenson, and Damian Harris. Both very dangerous. A lot of running and defense from these two teams. Here's a run right up the middle. Damian Harris, nothing doing. Nice call by the defense. Guessing run. And caught him behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 5 for the Patriots at the 33-yard line. And from here, the calculation is probably different because that long range is in play. And indeed, from deep, Nick Folk is 2 through 6, 11, and 12 out to the 37. So getting a couple yards here, even if you don't get a first down, are big for setting up a 2 through 10 field goal. Patriots already up 3-0 for this big 3rd and 5. They've got 3 wide receivers split out. Mac Jones is in the shotgun. Here comes a run draw up the middle, and Damian Harris is going to come up short. He got 4 yards. And it's 4th down and 1 at the 29. So with a 3-0 lead, do the Patriots want to take a 2-10 field goal? They would need to lose 4 yards on the variable for it to be anything else. So a 2 through 10 field goal, or you going for it on 4th and 1. And Dennis is aggressive. He's got his offense on the field, blocking back formation on 4th and 1, high leverage play, early first quarter, or early part of this game, late first quarter. 4-3 defense here. Colts have a pretty good run defense, but I still expect they're going to be calling run. In fact, they're keying Damian Harris, and it is a run to Damian Harris, but there's a neutral zone infraction. And so it's a penalty that is going to give the Patriots a first down and extend this drive. Big defensive penalty on the Colts. Now 1st and 10. Patriots at the 24-yard line. I'm wondering if the first team to 24 points wins this game, or maybe even 21. First down, Brandon Bolden comes into the game at tailback. Bolden dangerous out of the backfield. 9.9 per average catch and an A-rated yak. And they double team Brandon Bolden, but it's a short pass to Jacoby Myers, and Mac Jones has got him 11 yards. First down. So perhaps Brandon Bolden was brought in to be the very eye candy that I was citing there. Got the defense focusing on him and hit a short pass. Now 1st and 10 at the 13. Bolden stays in the game here. Inside the 20, safety comes up close, showing blitz. 3:36 to go here in the first quarter. Patriots up 3-0. There's a little look-in pass over the middle to Jonnu Smith, and that's going to be caught and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Jonnu Smith. 0 men in the zone on the defensive card, and Snake Eyes long gain made that an easy walk-in touchdown for Jonnu Smith, as the Patriots extend to a 2-score lead late in the quarter of this playoff game. Nick Folk is on to put the extra point up and through. And he does. And with 3:18 to go in the first quarter, Dennis and his Patriots are up on the Colts 10-0. And we may have locked up here, whether that be me or the game itself. Yeah, it looks like I'm locked up at a minimum, so we're going to go ahead and close the program. Give me a second here to pull the game back up for us. All right, we are back in the game. We missed a couple plays, it looks like. The Colts are facing a 3rd and 4 at their own 31. They're already down 10-0, so they really need this 3rd down conversion. Here's an inside run to Jonathan Taylor, and he gets 4 yards. Enough for the first down. Move the chains. 1st and 10 Colts at their own 35-yard line. Jonathan Taylor's got a very dangerous card. 5.5 per carry on 332 carries. Here's a run right up the middle. Going to lose a yard. Would have been a short gain on wrong, but give Coach Dennis Young credit. Calls the run defense, gets the stop at 2nd and 11 at the 34. There is an injury. Mo Alley Cox is hurt for the Colts. And he becomes, I believe, the 6th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 5th injured player out of this game. He will be available next week. Should the Colts advance, these 5 players that are hurt, only Zaire Franklin would still be out next week. So that's good news if you're John Freeze. 2nd and 11 for John's Colts. They're going to bring in 3 wide receivers. Nickel defense by Dennis. Here's an off-tackle run. Jonathan Taylor, and it's going to be a nice pickup, 15 yards. That went to the defensive card and got a split roll that earned him a 15-yard run and a first down. Now out near midfield, Colts at the 49-yard line, 1st and 10. Colts now in a 2 tight end formation. There's an off tackle again to Taylor, and it's going to be a pickup of 3 yards to set up 2nd and 7. Once again, good call by the defense. Guess and run. And that does bring an end to the first quarter here in Foxborough. Patriots are up at home by a score of 10-0 on the Colts. The Los Angeles Chargers await the winner of this game in the AFC title game after beating the Jaguars earlier tonight, 44-33. There's another off tackle to Taylor, and that's going to be a nice pickup of 8 yards. Defense gets run again, but this time it went to the defensive card. Tackle Brayton Smith made the big block, despite the 6 on the white die to spring 8-yard run there for Jonathan Taylor. Defense gets his run again. This one, it's a long pass this time, and that's good. It's complete. Inside the 10, there is a penalty, and we're going to have to take that back. So all those run calls defensively finally prompted a long pass that resulted in a 32-yard completion on wrong for Carson Wentz to Michael Pittman, but a penalty wipes it away. And it's now 1st and 20. Colts, the 50-yard line. Patriots have really controlled the time of possession so far in this game. First and 23, wide receiver split out. It's a run to Jonathan Taylor and just 2 yards. Dennis Young on defense, still forward on Jonathan Taylor, called run yet again on that play and had a linebacker in the zone. 2nd and 18. Now into New England territory at the 48-yard line. Colts field goal kicker has range out to the 37, but it is crappy range. You really need to get to the 32. Here's a short pass, and it's good. Ashton Doolin, an 11-yard pass from Wentz to set up a manageable 3rd and 7 at the 37-yard line. Have been the 5th consecutive defensive play call of run. Dennis Young being careful not to let Jonathan Taylor go off on this game so far. Big 3rd and 7 here at the 37-yard line. Probably 4-down territory if he doesn't pick up this first down, though, as his field goal kicker leaves a lot to be desired outside of 50 yards. Here's a short pass, Paris Campbell, and it is incomplete as Paris Campbell on the right column of his card cannot capitalize. And so 4th and 7 at the 37. This would be a 2 through 3 field goal, and that presumes that you don't lose any yardage on variables. So it really is either coffin corner or go for it here. And 4th and 7 at the 37, trailing by 10. I think my call would be to go for it. My opinion doesn't matter. Let's see what John Freeze has in store. I think the fact that we haven't seen the formation yet tells me it's not a punt. I'm going to get up and walk around a little bit, stretch my legs since it's been double broadcast night in the USFFL. Big 4th down coming up here, and indeed, Colts are going to go for it. 4th and 7 at the Patriots' 37-yard line. 3 wide receivers are coming out. Wentz is in the shotgun. Nyheim Hines right beside him. Both teams 1 for 3 on 3rd down conversion so far. This is going to be the first 4th down conversion attempt, and it's a big one. 4th and 7. Patriots have the nickel. That's really a pretty big weakness when you have a kicker that you literally cannot give an option to kick it outside of 50. Previous game, we were discussing on the broadcast that the Colts are probably the strongest carded team in the AFC. I think that's probably true, but that's pretty big difficulty to have to navigate when you can't kick a 50-yarder. And on 4th and 7, he's going to the flats. It's an empty zone. Receiver result for Zach Pascal on wrong, and he cannot find it. Incomplete. They had a flat pass wrong opportunity and an empty zone, but a receiver result that Zach Pascal cannot capitalize on, and the Patriots are going to take over at their 37, up by 10. 12 minutes and change to go here before halftime. Damian Harris is your tailback. There's a 1st down run up the middle to Damian Harris. It's going to get 3 yards on the defensive card, 2nd and 7. Here's a pitch out on 2nd and 7, and it's going to be a 7-yard pickup and a 1st down. Damian Harris moves the chains behind guard Ted Karras, making the key block. Here, let's see what we've got. There. Full screen, just checking something. There's a 3-yard run for Damian Harris. 2nd and 7, yet again. 3 straight run calls to Damian Harris. Kind of expected this. These two teams love to run the ball. There's a short pass. Mac Jones is targeting Kendrick Bourne. It's going to be a flush opportunity and an 8-yard pass. And that's going to be another first down for the Patriots. That time, Mac Jones complete to tailback Harris for his 3rd catch. Patriots now at the Indianapolis 42. Patriots come into this game at home as the 2 seed. Finished the regular season 13-5. I'm sorry, 12, I should say. 12-5. Apologies. Here's a sack for E.J. Speed. 3-yard loss. And it's 2nd and 13 for the Patriots at the Colts 45. First sack of the game. And that's going to put the Colts into a nickel defense here after the lost yardage on first down. And defense gets his pass, but it's a draw up the middle to Harris, and he's got his number. Short gain on 6. 13 yards on 2nd and 13, but that's going to be a first down. Tackle on the play by Rock Ya-Sin. First and 10 at the 32-yard line now for the Patriots. Colts bring their safety up close in a 4-3 blitz look. Here's a quick end to the tight end, Jonnu Smith. He's got it. That's a 9-yard pickup. And 2nd down and 1 at the 23-yard line. Very efficient offense so far, both running and passing for the Patriots. They're up 10-0, and they're driving. On 2nd and 1, might he cross him up? It's going to be a sneak. Mac Jones is going to try to just pick up the first down, and he does. Run call by the defense, but Mac Jones got what he needed. Move the change yet again. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. And there's a run for 4 yards. 10th carry on the day for Damian Harris. 2nd and 6 now into the red zone at the 18-yard line. That was the 9th play of this drive after the Colts failed to convert on a big 4th and 1. Here's a screen pass to Damian Harris and actually wiped that play away. Penalty. Back him up 5 yards. 2nd and 11 now at the 23-yard line. Colts desperately needing to hold the Patriots to a field goal here, keep it within a 2-score game. Now under 7 minutes to go before halftime in this one. Colts once again with their safety up close, showing a 4-3 blitz look. 2 tight ends here for the Patriots. Damian Harris staying in as the workhorse tailback. Here's a run up at the middle again for Damian Harris, and it's going to be 5 yards. That'll get us to a 3rd down and 6 at the 18-yard line, so that will free up the free safety for the Colts. He's not going to blitz him, at least signaling he might use him for double team in a nickel set defensively. 3 wide receivers are split out here for the Patriots. Mac Jones out of the shotgun. He's back to pass, and he is brought down. Big sack on 3rd down. Kamoko Ture drops him for a 6-yard loss. And it's 4th and 12 at the 24. Here comes that field goal attempt we referenced earlier. Nick Folk, he shanks it. In fact, it's blocked. That big kick is blocked. And that is recovered by the Colts. We'll see if they can get a return off here. And they do not. What a huge stop. A sack on 3rd down to force a field goal. And then a block on special teams. Just over 5 minutes left to go before halftime here. The Colts get a big stop there and keep this at a 10-0 game. We might want to bookmark that moment because as of right now, the Patriots have outgained the Colts 168 to just 60 yards. Just 3 first downs for the Colts, but only down 10. You got to like where they're at if you're the Colts. And here's a first down flat pass. That's good for 15 yards. Zach Pascal takes advantage of the linebackers with a 5 on the white dice. Just the 3rd completion of the game for Carson Wentz, who's 3 of 7 for 31 yards. Colts out to their own 47-yard line now, 1st and 10. Boy, when your quarterback only has 31 yards passing at this point, you're only down 10-0. Against Mac Jones, who's 10 of 12 for 99 yards. And a lot of rushing yards, too. Colts hanging around. What'd I say? First 1 to 24 wins it. 3 wide receivers are out. It's a run up the middle, and it's going to be a 1-yard pickup. Dennis Young, once again, defensively, sticking like glue to the calls on Jonathan Taylor, called run on that one. That makes it 2nd and 9. 3 wide receivers are going to split out here. That would have been a short game for Taylor had a pass call been proffered. Here's a sideline pass. Zach Pascal's the target, and he's got the linebacker beat yet again. Pascal for 15 more. Brought down at the 37-yard line of the Patriots. Second time Pascal's done that, I think, on this drive. There's a short pass, incomplete. Ooh, sneezing attack there. Wentz almost got an interception. He actually hit the interception split roll on the defensive card, but avoids catastrophe. It's 2nd and 10. Here's an inside run to Taylor, just 3 yards, as once again, defense staying on the run calls defensively. That again would have been a short gain had Dennis not called run. Jonathan Taylor, 10 carries, 48 yards, 4.8 a carry, but that's with the defense managing heavily his openings. Big 3rd down here, 3rd and 7. Colts back to pass, looking short and incomplete. Jack Doyle was the target at tight end. Defense had doubled Pascal, but didn't need it. It's incomplete. 4th and 7. Colts are in that same exact spot they were recently. It's 4th and 7 again, and they are once again staring at a 2-3 field goal. At the 34-yard line at this point, if they could get a variable that gives them a +2, they could get a better shot, but he's not taking that chance. 4th and 7, and for the second time on 4th and 7 in the 30s, the Colts are going for it. 3 wide receivers are split out. Nyheim Hines is your tailback. Wentz in the shotgun. Nickel defense here from the Patriots. Last time on 4th and 7, I believe the Colts targeted a flat zone and came up short. We'll see what he has in store here. No Jonathan Taylor with Nyheim Hines. I think you can eliminate the run. And he's back to pass, looking short to the tailback Hines. He's got him. Big clutch pass from Carson Wentz on 4th down. And the Colts convert a big 4th down to get a 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line. Now 2:24 left to go before halftime. Big play for a Colts team trailing by 10 points. Carson Wentz just 5 of 11 for 57 yards, yet on the verge of getting his team within 1 score again. 3 wide receivers are going to split out. Jonathan Taylor's coming back into the game at tailback. Patriots are going to sit in a 3-4 look. Here comes a run up the middle. Jonathan Taylor, and he's got himself 7 yards on 1st down. Center makes the block. You can count on the Colts offensive line to get the bigger of those numbers most of the time. They do here. Ryan Kelly, I think that's the 2nd time he's plowed the road. We're now at the 2-minute warning here in New England. Patriots enjoying a 10-0 lead at home, but their shutout is in jeopardy. Colts 2nd and 3 now at the Patriots' 16-yard line. Taylor's in at tailback, blocking back set. 3-4 shown by the defense. They're keying Taylor, but it's a pass. Looking short. Michael Pittman is the target. He's got it. 13 yards inside the 5, down to the 3. And we'll see if either team is interested in calling a timeout. I would think if I'm the Colts, I'll let this run. If I'm the Patriots, I'd call this timeout, I think. And indeed, both teams let it run. Now 90 seconds left before halftime. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line for the Colts. Trying to get on the board in this playoff game for the first time. Wentz now even on the day, 50%, 6 of 12 for 70 yards. He's started to heat it up a little bit. And not coincidentally, the Colts are now knocking on the door. I believe the Patriots had the first possession of this game, so the Colts should get it in the second half, and indeed that is the case. And with their big uglies up front, they're bringing out the full house formation on 1st and goal at the 3. I see no reason not to just run this up the middle till you're in. 3 6s, a 5, and a 4 across that offensive line in run blocking. Here's a key on Nyheim Hines, but it's a run to Taylor, and he's got 2 yards. Jonathan Taylor on his card, on wrong, managed to find one of only 2 numbers that would not result in a touchdown. Got him closer, though. 2nd and goal at the 1. Patriots do take their first time out to stop it at 1 minute, 22 seconds left. So Coach Young, depending on what happens from here, is considering trying to put some more points on the board after this. Full house is back out, trying to get that final yard to get the Colts on the board. 3-4 blitz here from the Patriots. There's a sneak to Wentz. He is keyed, and he is brought down 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Great call by the defense. Patriots coach Dennis Young simply not wanting this team in the end zone here in the first half. Now 3rd and goal at the 4. And that changes everything, even with your big uglies up there. 2 tight end formation. Taylor's your tailback. 3-4 blitz from the Patriots. Why do I think the Colts are going to run it anyway? If I've got that line and I'm pissed about losing 3 on that sneak, I might just run it, and he does. Off tackle to Taylor. It's on right, and he's stuffed. Stuffed again. Coach John Freeze was thinking the same way I was, and that is not to his advantage, as it did not pay off here. Patriots have taken their final timeout as they make a key stop and set up a 4th and goal at the 4. Now 1 minute and 7 seconds left before halftime. Patriots are out of timeouts, but they don't need any more because they got the Colts at 4th down. 4th and goal at the 4. You're the Colts. What do? You've got the free field goal to cut it to 10-3 before halftime. I think when you're 4th and goal at the 4, you got to take that field goal, right? That's what I think. That's what I think he'll do. And he does. Here comes Michael Badgley to try to put this field goal through and cut it to a 1-score game. This will be from 21 yards, all but automatic. And indeed, he nails it. And so, with just over a minute left here in New England, the Colts are finally on the board, cutting this to a 10-3 lead for the Patriots. Ensuing kickoff from New England will be taken as a touchback, and they will start at their 25. Patriots have 60 seconds left before halftime and no timeouts to try to get themselves into field goal range. That range for the Patriots says they need to be at about the 37-yard line. About 38 yards they need in 60 seconds. 2 tight end formation. Ramondre Stevenson comes in as your tailback now. Colts are going to operate out of the nickel defense. Defense gets these pass. It's an off-tackle run, and absolutely nothing doing there. Bad break for the Patriots, as it did go to the wrong column for Stevenson, but he hit the 5 on his card, and that's a wasted play, and because it was an off-tackle run, clock keeps moving. He can't call timeout. Waiting to see how the time comes up here. I don't know if we're frozen or if we're waiting on a decision here. And the Patriots look like they're going to let the clock run now. 2nd and 10 at their own 25. It runs down to 30 seconds. I think they had some hurry up and some other options they could have chosen. My guess is at 30 seconds left, they may just sit on the 7-point lead based on it being at 30 seconds now. Then again, 3 wide receivers are split out. Shotgun for the quarterback. Nickel defense here by the Colts. It is a draw up the middle to Ramondre Stevenson and just a 3-yard pickup on the defensive card. And without timeouts, gets it down to 1 second remaining. So we're about to go to halftime here. We do have 1 play left, 3rd and 7 Patriots at their own 28. Full house for the offense, dime for the defense. Patriots take an E, and that's going to do it. Your halftime score here from New England. Patriots lead at home 10-3. Patriots outgained them 171-124. As not surprisingly, they're holding their opponent offensively. Just 4.8 per play for the Colts. 5.7 for the Patriots. 5 more minutes of possession time. But it's closer than you think. And a 7-point lead at halftime. Coaches discussing whether they are going to take a break or go ahead and fire away. Looks like they're about to kick here. As we referenced earlier, the Patriots had the possession first in the opening half. And so they'll be kicking off to the Colts to open quarter number 3. So as we predicted, the scoring has come way down from our game earlier tonight. A 44-33 victory for the Chargers as they advance to the AFC title game. This game is just 10-3 at halftime. I said earlier, first team to 24 might win this game. It might be first team that gets to 20 at this rate. I don't know about anybody else, but I like a good defensive battle. That's good for me. The third quarter is underway. Touchback on the kickoff, and the Colts will begin at their own 25-yard line, 1st and 10. And if I'm the Colts, I'm looking at this as it wasn't the best first half of action. I don't feel like things were very efficient. I don't think a lot of things went my way, and yet somehow I'm only down by 7. Here's a run up the middle to Jonathan Taylor, and that's good for 6. One of the rare times tonight that they got Taylor running into a pass defense, and he picks up 6 yards, 2nd and 4. Taylor now 14 carries on the game, 63. And right back up the middle, Jonathan Taylor, that's 6 more, as Ryan Kelly yet again springs a first down run, beating the white die. Out to the 37-yard line. This time he's back to pass and looking deep. Carson Wentz got his number. He hit the 3 on his card, and it's good. A 30-yard completion to Michael Pittman. Carson Wentz now at 100 yards passing after that one. It was the worst roll you can get on the long gain chart. That's the bad news, but 30 yards through the air for a team that only had 70 in the first half. They'll take it, and it's 1st and 10 at the Patriots' 33-yard line. And here comes the sideline pass to Zach Pascal. He's got a yak opportunity coming to him, and nothing doing. Pascal just getting a 2-yard pickup, and all of that was on the arm of Carson Wentz. 2nd and 8. Now at the 31-yard line, so the Colts, who have not held a lead in this game, are getting close to field goal range. There's a 1-yard run. Makes it 3rd and 7. Here at the 30, that is a 2-9-12 field goal. But if he were to have a variable that costs him 3 yards here, that becomes a 2-3. So he's been here before. He's still going to pass his short pass, and it's going to be a must-run opportunity. 6 yards, not enough for a first down. 4th and 1. Carson Wentz on his card on right. Ends up with a must-run and scrambles 1 yard short of the sticks. It is 4th and 1 at the 24-yard line, and trailing by 7. John Freeze does not hesitate. Jonathan Taylor is your tailback in a blocking back set. 3-4 defense here on 4th and 1. Colts have converted a 4th and 7 and failed on a 4th and 7. Here's a key on Wentz, and he stopped him yet again. Wentz is keyed successfully by Coach Dennis Young. And it is a turnover on downs. Patriots. 1st and 10 now at their own 25-yard line. Huge defensive stop. Here's a short pass by Mac Jones, incomplete and almost intercepted. Mac Jones was targeting Jacoby Myers and hit the interception split roll on his card, coming dangerously close. 2nd and 10 now. Patriots still up 10-3, 11:24 to go in the third quarter. There's a flat pass, Jonnu Smith. And he's got an opportunity on receiver card, and he's going to get 6. Patriots with a much more manageable 3rd and 4 at their own 31. Patriots just 1 for 5 on 3rd downs. Colts are 1 for 6. Here's a button hook pass and a yak opportunity, and it is going to be 4 yards and just enough for a first down. And the amazing part of that is it was +2 on the yak roll on right, and that helped him get the 4 that he needed. Got just enough. So 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line for the Patriots. Mac Jones now 12 of 15 for 109. Here's another hitch. This one's to Kendrick Bourne. He is double-teamed correctly. Nice call by the defense, but still a 6-yard pickup as the linebacker did not move into the zone on his double team. 2nd and 4. Patriots at their 41-yard line. And there's a hitch, incomplete. Once again to Kendrick Bourne. Couldn't make that one work. It's 3rd down and 4. Patriots at their own 41. Damian Harris is your tailback. Colts in their base 4-3. It's a run up the middle. Damian Harris on his card. Got 7 and a first down. Harris got his wrong column. Colts were looking pass. It's 1st and 10 Patriots out to their 48. Colts have had their opportunities. Colts bring their safety up close. 4-3 blitz look. Here comes the 1st and 10 play call. It's a screen to tailback Ramondre Stevenson and another yak opportunity for him. And that's not doing much. Just a 2-yard pickup. And all of that went to Mac Jones. So not the best yak rolls so far on the stride, but it's 2nd and 8 right at the midfield stripe for the Patriots. They're up by 7 mid-3rd quarter. Ramondre Stevenson stays in at tailback here. As a run-based team, Patriots have plenty of carries to go around. Here's another one right at the middle. Ramondre Stevenson, he's got 8. Just his 4th carry, but a good one. As Stevenson stretches it out and gets that first down. Now at the Colts' 42-yard line. Stevenson stays in the game behind 2 tight ends. There's a run up the middle and Ramondre Stevenson for 8 more. Patriots continue to plow the road. Their offensive line's pretty good too. 3 5s, a 6, and a 4. Second and 2 on the fringe of field goal range. Here's another off-tackle run. Ramondre Stevenson's got 2 yards exactly, but that's enough to move the sticks. 1st and 10 at the 32. Dennis has showed patience offensively all year. $18 runs for the running backs. 18 passes on the game for Mac Jones, so a really good balance. Here comes a run right up the middle and just 1 yard. Ramondre Stevenson could not beat the left tackle. That shouldn't surprise anybody. DeForest Buckner beats the white die and sets up a 2nd and 9. Here's a flare out to tight end Jonnu Smith. That's incomplete. And credit the defense. Coach John Freeze dialed up a double team on Jonnu Smith at the right time there. And that good call is going to give the Colts an opportunity to get off the field here. It's 3rd and 9. They're at the 31. So Patriots from here, it's 2 to 10. They lose some yardage. It's 2 through 6, 11, and 12. So they might want to be careful. Short pass to Aguilar, incomplete. And again, for the second straight play, Coach John Freeze dials up the perfect double team. And without it, that would have been a must run and potentially a first down. But here it's a field goal try of 48 yards on 4th and 9. Nick Folk is setting up to try to extend to a 10-point lead. The kick is up. It's good. He did not lose the variable yardage, so it was a 2 through 10. He capitalizes. The Patriots at the 5:24 mark of the third quarter have extended to a 13-3 lead in this game. And so the Colts now down by 2 scores again as we creep closer to the fourth quarter. Here's a run right up the middle to Taylor, and he's got 7 yards on the defensive card. And that's with 2 linebackers in zone. That makes it 2nd and 3 at the 32. Taylor now 17 runs on the game. Still in there with 2 tight end formation. There's a run up the middle again. Jonathan Taylor's got 4 more and a first down. Colts grinding up yardage. Once again, right at the middle, Jonathan Taylor, just a yard. Credit defense for calling run on that one, saving a short gain. 2nd down and 9. Jonathan Taylor still 11 carries away from hitting his fatigue level. He's up the middle again, and he loses yardage. Loss of 1 makes it 3rd and 10. So back-to-back plays where Dennis Young correctly anticipates the run and stuffs Taylor at the line of scrimmage, setting himself up with a 3rd down opportunity to get off the field. 3rd and 10 at the 36. And oh, by the way, I was thinking about field goal range, but the Colts are actually at their own 36. I thought they were going to face another 4th down in the same box that they've been stuck in a few times in this one. But instead, 3rd and 10, short pass, Jack Doyle. It's incomplete. Patriots double team 3 receivers, but failed to target the correct one. Doyle was unfettered, but could not make the catch. It's 4th and 10. The Colts are punting from their 36. That's a punt down to the 18, fielded there by Gunnar Olszewski, and he's got some room, and he's out across the 40-yard line to the 42. A return of 24 yards for the ever-dangerous Gunnar Olszewski. And so the Patriots have exceptional field goal position or exceptional field position at their own 42-yard line here. Already up 10. Here's a quick in pass. Hunter Henry incomplete. Defensive guest run, so it was an opportunity, but with 1 man in the zone on a defensive card, found a soft spot. 2nd and 10. And now we're dialing it up deep, looking long. Actually, it's going to be a penalty. Mac Jones was looking long, but offense started early, so back him up 5 yards. Now 2nd and 15. Damian Harris is the tailback. And on 2nd and 15, the Colts are going to drop back into a nickel. Extra DB is in. There's a run right up the middle, Damian Harris, and he's got 4 yards. Wrong column on his card, so it could have been better, but 3rd down and 11 now. Patriots at their own 41. And on 3rd and 11, the Colts are going to bring out the dime defense. 3-2-6. Shotgun here for Mac Jones. 3 wide receivers. Might it be a draw? Crazier things have happened. And it's a short pass. Nelson Aguilar is the target, and that is going to be incomplete and almost intercepted, as that time Mac Jones found an interception split roll on the defensive side. Dodged that bullet yet again, but it is 4th down and 11, and the Patriots will punt it back to the Colts. Jake Bailey takes the snap, and he boots it. That's good. It's inside the 10 and rolling. It's going to be close to the goal line. Let's see what happens, and it is in. Oh, barely made it to the goal line, but it did. So that'll come out to the 20, and the Colts will take over right there. 54 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter, trailing 13-3. Coach John Freeze has been a little stymied by the constant run calls defensively. Here's a short pass to Michael Pittman, incomplete. And case in point, that was a run call defensively and an opportunity for Coach John Freeze to capitalize on the aggressive run calls from the defensive coach. But instead, he rolls an interception split roll on the defensive card, wasting the down. 2nd and 10, bad break. Three wide receivers still in the game. And he's back to pass again, looking short, and it is going to be incomplete yet again. There is a penalty, and the Patriots have bailed them out as they were offsides on the play. So wipe away that incompletion. I expect the Colts to accept the penalty, and it'll be 2nd and 5. And indeed it is 2nd and 5. Colts at their 25. Nyheim Hines has the B rate on Yak. Doesn't appear that anybody else has any better than a D. Jonathan Taylor, however, is A-rated on Yak. He's now the tailback in a 2 tight end set. Defense gets his run. Here's a sideline pass and just 3 yards. And if you can believe it or not, defense gets his run. John Freeze calls pass and rolls the interception split roll on his own quarterback card. Doesn't roll the pick, does get +3 as a result, but now it's 3rd and 2 for the Colts. They do not get the first down when otherwise they probably should have. 3rd and 2 at their own 28 as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter here in New England. Patriots up by 10, 13-3. Big 3rd and 2 for the Colts. Run up the middle, and it's a first down. 3 yards on 3rd and 2 for Jonathan Taylor. 21 carries in. He's sitting right at 4 yards a carry as he continues to just grind hard yardage against an aggressive run defense by the Patriots. Defense gets his run. Here comes a deep ball, and it's Michael Pittman, incomplete. Michael Pittman on long pass wrong. Devin McCourty as safety beats the 5 on the white die, forcing the incompletion. As the Colts continue to have trouble capitalizing on all of these run calls in the passing game. Wentz 9 of 18 for 105 yards. 2nd and 10, blocking back formation. Here comes the run up the middle to Taylor, and he's got 4 yards as the Patriots manage to keep it on their defensive card. And with a linebacker in the zone, hold him to 4 yards. So 3rd down and 6 for the Colts at their own 35. Not in an area of the field they're going to be looking to maybe go for it. Here's a hitch to Pittman, receiver opportunity, and he's got it. 6 yards exactly. Tough sledding against this Patriots defense today for the Colts, but they have just grinded out another tough first down. 1st and 10 now, Colts at their own 41-yard line. Colts now over 200 yards of offense. Patriots have outgained them 218 to 201 in this defensive struggle. Here's a sideline pass. Zach Pascal's got it for 15 and a first down. Defense gets run and a receiver opportunity that Zach Pascal capitalized on. His 6th catch in this one. 1st and 10 now across midfield for the Colts at the 44-yard line of the Patriots. Here's another short pass. Michael Pittman, incomplete. Once again, that was a run call by the defense. Patriots' defensive philosophy has remained consistent throughout. They're staying heavy on the run calls defensively. They're going to make Carson Wentz beat him. Here's a run call defensively, and it is right at the middle. Jonathan Taylor on his card is going to lose a yard, and that's 3rd and 11. That saved a short gain. There's a reprieve. There's something I've been saying all game long. And it is what it is. I mean, at some point, you got to have Carson Wentz beat you, and give Coach John Freeze credit. He's recognized that he's going to have to do that, and he started to really kind of pepper Carson Wentz in there, but he just isn't getting the breaks on the wrong column, on the wrong rolls. And he's tough here again. 3rd and 11 for the Colts at the 45 of the Patriots. 3 wide receivers split out. Nyheim Hines is now your tailback. Wentz out of the shotgun. Nickel here by the Patriots. There's a short pass. Zach Pascal. It's incomplete. And an injury on the play to the Colts and to Carson Wentz. So shit just got real, and it's 4th and 11. Let's first things first as we unpack this. Carson Wentz is out for the game unless we go to overtime. So if the Colts can force overtime, Carson Wentz is back. Otherwise, he is done for the day. Colts trail by 10, 13-3. They have a 4th and 11 at the 45-yard line of the Patriots. There's just over 11 minutes left in this one. Both teams, all 3 timeouts. Look, backup quarterback, where I'm going next. Jacob Eason. Holy crud. You will not see another long pass in this game. You will not see another short pass in this game unless you know it's going wrong. Wow. So Jacob Eason is among the worst quarterbacks on the as far as backups. And in the eventuality that, we'll pull it up here as soon as I get an opportunity. But, yeah, 4th and 11, you're not going to throw a short pass here with this card I'm staring at. So it's a coffin corner punt coming from the Colts here. Rigoberto Sanchez, and that's going to get out of bounds inside the 10 at the 9. So that's good news for the Colts. But 10:48 to go in this one. Patriots up by 10 now have the ball in their possession. 1st and 10 at their 9-yard line. I don't know how you come back in this game looking at that backup card. There's a run up the middle to Damian Harris. That's good for 3. It's 2nd and 7, Patriots at the 12. Long pass right. 7 automatic interceptions and 1 that otherwise is. Short pass right, basically 6 automatic interceptions. Flat pass right is an automatic interception on a 7 pretty much, 2 through 11. So I know Jonathan Taylor can flush out some wrong calls on that quarterback card. Good news for the Colts is they've forced a 3rd and 8 for the Patriots at their own 11. Three wide receivers splitting out here for the Patriots. Nickel defense for the Colts. Here's a short pass to Jacoby Myers. He's going to try to get this first down. It's a must run. And it's snake eyes as Mac Jones is going to scramble for a big first down that keeps the clock moving. Under 9 minutes now here in New England for the Patriots. 1st and 10 at their 24. In theory, if you're short passing on wrong, as Mac Jones goes to the flats here, and he's got a big gainer again. First down and more to the tailback. Damian Harris, good for 21 yards on that reception. Most of that as yak. It's the Patriots now. 1st and 10 out to the 45. 8:42 left in this one. Here's an off-tackle run and nothing doing. Caught the defense looking pass, but 5 on Harris's card, 2nd and 10. With just 8 minutes left and counting, we'll get to Eason's card again if it becomes relevant, but here's a run up the middle, Damian Harris, and that's going to be just 2 yards. So, I'm sorry, 6 yards. I stand corrected as the left guard made the block. Ted Karras dialing up another big block. So, 3rd and 4 at the Colts' 49-yard line. Huge, huge leverage play for the Colts. They've got to have it with 7.5 left to go in this one. They guess pass defensively. It's a run up the middle. Damian Harris. He needs 4. It's on his card. He's got a short gain, and that's going to be a first down for Damian Harris inside the 35 at the 34-yard line. Damian Harris now 18 for 99, and no run was bigger. Off tackle again for Harris. He's got 5 more, and he goes over to the century mark in this one. 2nd and 5. Patriots at the Colts 29. Here's a quick slant into a run defense, and Hunter Henry's got 13 more. Patriots marching quickly into the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 16, and with 5:42 to go, got to keep them out of the end zone here if you're the Colts. Here's a hitch. That's good for 6 on right. 2nd and 4 at the 10. So the Colts, especially with a backup quarterback waiting in the wings, have got to keep them out of the end zone here if they have any prayer. Run up the middle and 3 yards, making it 3rd and 1. Colts called a short yardage defense, but 3 on the defensive card. So 3rd and 1 here for the Patriots. At the 7, full house. This one should seal it. 4-3 blitz defensively. They guess run up the middle. Nothing doing. Nice stop, DeForest Buckner. Actually, I'm sorry, Darius Leonard. 4th and 1 at the 7, and the Colts will take the field goal. Don't blame him. 24-yarder is up and good. And with 3:36 remaining in this game, the Patriots have taken a 16-3 lead. Like I've been saying all game, first team to 16 wins. Defensive battle beyond even my expectations. Especially from the Patriots. This is a tough Colts offense that they've held to 3 points at this point. So here's Jacob Eason. I'll get that card up for those of you that may be watching and don't have access to it. Give me just a second. Here's a deep ball to Paris Campbell, and that's going to go to the defensive card. And Jacob Eason for 33. That's a good start across midfield at the 42-yard line of New England. They're still in it technically here. Here's this pass card I was telling you about. I think it speaks for itself. Let me slide this out of the way so I can see the play call here. But right now, Eason is 1 for 1 for 33 yards. 4 wide receivers split out here. Nickel defense from the Patriots. A 6 on the white die beats the safety, who had successfully stopped the pass earlier on a 5 on that die. Jacob Eason got the 6 he needed and was king for a play. Some quarterbacks are king for a day. He was king for a play. Here's another long pass by Eason, and that one is picked off with 2 men in the zone. J.C. Jackson grabs that one at about the 13. And here comes the return. It's out across the 20, out to the 27. And with just 2:42 remaining in this one, Patriots with a 13-point lead have an opportunity to start running some clock. Here's an off tackle, Ramondre Stevenson. He's going to lose 2 as the Colts call a short yardage defense. Colts let the clock run. It's down to 2:06 remaining. Another full house set. And another run to Ramondre Stevenson. 5 yards on the defensive card makes it 3rd and 7 as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Patriots at home on the verge of advancing to the AFC title game. And a battle with the Chargers. 3 wide receivers have split out in this formation for the Patriots on 3rd and 7. Defense gets his pass. It's a run draw. Stevenson gets just 1 yard. That's a 1 on the white die. Prevents that from being in the wrong column. And on 4th and 6, the Patriots will punt from their 31. Colts take their first time out. 49-yard punt fielded at the 20 by Nyheim Hines. I think he may even have a touchdown. He does not. And in fact, nothing doing on the return. So the Colts trail by 13. They have the ball, 1:45 remaining and 2 timeouts. They're at their 20. In case you've just joined us, Carson Wentz got hurt in the early stages of the 4th quarter. I believe that's when it happened. He's out unless we go to overtime, which is an unlikelihood if you haven't seen Jacob Eason's card at quarterback. And here's a deep ball from Jacob Eason. It's incomplete. There is a penalty and pass interference. So, first play good again for Jacob Eason. Colts out to the 47-yard line. Now 1:37 to go. Still in the spread formation. Needing 2 touchdowns, you got to throw deep, pretty much. Might spring the occasional flat if I think no one's in the zone. Here's a pitch out to Jonathan Taylor on wrong and just 5 yards. He rolls a 9 and a 10 was plus 38. Bad break for the Colts. Finally had that wrong column for Jonathan Taylor. Colts take their second time out as he failed to get out of bounds. Now 90 seconds left in this one. They're 2nd and 5 at the Patriot 48-yard line. I'm looking at that wrong column. I think I'd run it again. There's a deep ball look, but it's going to be a sack. Jacob Eason brought down by Deatrick Wise. Loss of 10 yards as the Colts are going to burn their final timeout. 1:22 remaining. Colts out of timeouts. 3rd and 15. They're at their own 42. So we are most likely just a couple of plays from Patriots officially advancing in front of their home fans to the AFC title game. Defense gets his run, short pass, Michael Pittman, and that's good for 13. Not enough for a first down, but it does get us to a 4th and 2. He does not get out of bounds, though. And so, hurry-up offense is going to take us to 1 minute left on the clock is what I expect, and that's what we have. So 60 seconds remaining, no timeouts. 4th and 2, Colts at their New England 45-yard line. Jacob Eason, 2 for 3 on the day. And a pick. 4 wide receivers split out again. On 4th and 2, it's either a run or a Hail Mary, right? In fact, it's not. It's a square in pass, and it's good for 2 yards exactly. Wow, that went to the defensive card, and it was a split roll on Snake Eyes. 2 through 5 or 11-12 is a +2. He got exactly what he needed for a first down. but not what he needed to win this game as the clock now runs down to 37 seconds left. 1st and 10 at the Patriots' 43-yard line. Here comes a pitch out, and Jonathan Taylor can't get it to his card, and he's going to lose yardage on that defensive card. 3 yards lost, 2nd and 13. He does get out of bounds. 30 seconds left. Jonathan Taylor grinding all day, but still just 25 carries, 89 yards, as the passing game of the Colts just did not do enough to keep the defense honest. And there were opportunities. There's a deep ball, and that's going to be incomplete. That was an interception split roll of 2 through 10 or 12. Only the 11 was incomplete. But Jacob Eason hanging tough. Now 3 of 5 for 48 yards and a pick. 22 seconds left. 3rd and 13. 3 wide receivers. He's not in the shotgun. I think I'd run this. He does. Pitch out Jonathan Taylor, and it's going to lose another yard. And in fact, the defense actually called run that time. And he runs the hurry-up offense. It takes it down to just 1 second left. So we officially have a winner here. Patriots are going to advance. You're not getting 2 scores with 1 second left. And it appears that the Indianapolis Colts, just like my voice, are going to be terminated for the evening. I'm losing my voice. Here's a pitch out, Jonathan Taylor, and yet again, just a 5-yard run on his wrong column, and that's not enough. The clock goes off. And your final score from New England, the Patriots win it 16-3. Inviting both coaches to the broadcast. The Patriots advance with a 16-3 victory on the Colts here. A great defensive performance as the Patriots just came out and called a whole lot of run to force Carson Wentz to beat him through the air. And it wasn't long before John Freese, to his credit, coach of the Colts, figured it out and started giving those pass opportunities to Carson Wentz. But Carson Wentz, whether it be on right or on wrong, just seemingly could not take advantage. Wentz finishes the game 11 of 22 for just 126 yards. 5.7 yards per attempt, and a lot of that was on wrong. Mac Jones, conversely, 17 of 25, a little more efficient, 157 yards passing. Patriots allowed just 259 yards in this game. And the Colts were held to 3 for 12 on 3rd downs. Colts had the only turnover of the game, but it was a late interception that really didn't matter from Jacob Eason.
Hey, Tim.
Welcome, cast. None other than Dennis Young. Dennis, congratulations on a big victory tonight, buddy.
Yeah, that one felt good. That was this is part of my revenge tour. You know, I lost.
I love
regular
that you
season.
said revenge tour. That's awesome.
Totally. I lost to Tennessee 18-10 in the regular season. Knocked him out round 1, and then I lost to John here in Indianapolis back in week 8 or something like that. 34-14. I think it was my worst loss of the year. And yeah, definitely revenge tour, and loving it. Loving it.
No one
right
cares
now.
about my details, but one of my championships was exactly like that. Every victory in the playoffs, and I think including the Super Bowl, was a loss from earlier in the year. So it was. I know I had one of those perfect. It was sweeter for me, so I would expect that you're citing it. Hopefully, it is for you too. I've got some thoughts on this one, but I don't want to steal that show. I want you to talk to me. Tell me what you saw in this game.
Well, you know, coming into the game, everybody knows he's got the best running back in the league. Jonathan Taylor led the USFFL with 2,000 plus yards rushing, and everybody knows that the Patriots are not the best defense against the run. I think I ended up 28th or something like that. So coming in, I thought if I'm going to get beat, I don't want to get beat by his best guy. If I'm calling run and he's throwing passes and getting it, hey, more power to him. But I am not going to get beat by his best guy. So I came in, and my plan was, and I don't know what I ended up doing, but my plan was to call run probably about 70% of the time. And if you look at the numbers, man,
I can't wait to see what that number really is, because 70, would that be a record? That's a crazy run call percentage.
It's crazy, but look at Taylor, 27 for 93. That's insane. And even there at the end, I was calling run, and he's getting a loss of 3 with a minute and a half to go. Yes. But the
other thing is, listen, unfortunately for John, the way I saw it, that's why I want to see what you said first, and kind of the way I call this game is, it looked to me like I kind of sniffed out what you were saying, that you were going to focus on the run. You were committed, and you clearly established that. And John, to his credit, seemed to figure that out soon enough, especially since you weren't fully capitalizing on your opportunities early. And he did adapt, and he started focusing more on the pass, recognizing he was going to have to beat you with Wentz. But even on wrong, Wentz just was not able to capitalize. No. And if Wentz can't beat you on wrong, you're just going to sit on Taylor, and you did.
Yeah, and it worked out perfectly. And he was running a lot of line bucks, and I usually had somebody up there covering the hole.
Yes.
And I can't call. And the key really was the defensive stop I had right there, right before the half, when he had 2nd and goal at the 1, and I went key on Wentz, and a 12 came up, and it was a -3, and that pushed him back to the 4. So now he's got 3rd and goal from the 4. And again, it's like, I know I'm going to have 4 guys in that passing zone. New England is nasty with 4 there. It's like, I'll call run. I'll commit to the run. And he went run, and I stopped him. And so at 4th down, right before half, he's down, 10-0, and he's got to make a commitment. He's going to make a decision right there. Do I go for 7 or do I go for 3? Right. And going for 3 is just, that's a statement right there, just to go, bring it. I want you to go for 7.
It's the right call, I think. It's the call I would have made.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely the right call. It's definitely the right call, but still, it's just great to put him in that position where
he's putting him in a tough position. Speaking of putting him in a tough position, another thing that I thought was relevant in this game, and I haven't played Indianapolis this year. I probably broadcast 1 or 2, so I kind of forget some of the details. I don't know all the cards by memory, but man, you start looking at those cards, and he really has a disadvantage at that field goal kicker position.
Oh yeah,
and it manifested itself twice in that first half, where he's staring at a 4th and 7, and he kind of has to go for it, because you literally cannot consider a 50-plus yard field goal with that kicker. And that in this league, where almost all teams have enough depth that you can at least consider a 50-yarder, it really kind of made it tough for him in that early situation.
Absolutely. And in both cases, most teams would probably go for the field goal, because you're going to have a 60+% chance of making it, as opposed to,
especially against a defense as tough as New England.
Yeah.
Maybe if I'm playing, the Chargers defense, okay, maybe I should consider going for it. But man, you're looking at the Patriots defense, and you're forcing me not to kick a 50-yarder. That's a tough position to be in as well.
Absolutely.
Which brought me to another point. I'm just curious, kind of your take on this. Anthony, I know, has made reference to the Colts being the strongest carded team in the AFC in this particular set. I kind of assume so too. But as I was calling the game, I called the expectation. I thought Michael Pittman was an A-rated yak, and seeing that he's not, I realize now that dates back to last year's Colts cards.
Yeah.
So it made me wonder, do you think the Colts card set was maybe stronger last year if he had additional A-rated yak from Pittman, and then
that would definitely make a big difference.
That isn't quite so encumbering.
Yeah, that would make a big difference. And another thing with this the Indy team and the way John ran it is, Pittman ended up on the season with 94 catches. After that, you had Pascal with 53, Hilton with 37. So, Pittman is obviously his man. So when I came in, I'm thinking Taylor all day long. And when I do call pass, I'm going to double Pittman and double him as much as I can, especially early on, just to let him know I'm taking him out of the game. And if you're going to throw to somebody, it's not going to be Pittman. But, John was at a big disadvantage. He lost Hilton a couple weeks ago, and Hilton was not playing today, and he's his number 3 guy receiving. And then in this game, he lost Ali Cox, and that's his number 4 guy. So, he had his top 2 receivers, but after that, he lost number 3 and number 4. So, and when you have roles go to the receiver card, that's a big thing right there. If you don't have guys that can bring the ball in, so right. He's definitely missing. With Pittman not being an AYAC, that would make a big difference. And Pittman has a good card, but with the defense I have, I'm okay leaving that deep zone blank sometimes, and
Sure.
doubling up with that guy. So
sure.
Yeah, I
couldn't. You can afford to take from time to time.
Absolutely. I couldn't have called. I couldn't ask for a better result of the way everything went. And the first time we played, I mean, I got a couple notes here. The first time we played, the penalties, I had 13 penalties for 103 yards, and I think he had like 4 or 6 or something like that. But New England to get 13, coming into this game, I was like, that's just not normal. Yeah, but then the first play of this game
out right away.
Exactly. The first play of this game was a hold on me, so I was like, uh-oh. But also the first time we played, my very first play, I got the opening kickoff. My very first play was a snap fumble by Jones, and so right off the bat, But hey, Jones, he had 2 must runs today that were huge.
Yeah, a big one on third down.
Yeah, a big one for 13
else we
to
haven't
keep the ball.
Unpacked is the unfortunate injury to Carson Wentz, because
I'm
trying to remember at the time that happens, it's like there's maybe 10 minutes left, and even though there's a lot of ways that you're kind of dominating the game, at just a 10-point lead at that point, it's kind of similar to the Super Bowl the other night, where it's like we still have a really tight game, and that backup quarterback card is so bad that it pretty much, you look at it and you say it's over. But as I'm telling this story right now, you might be the one person that had a fear about that. Am I right about that?
You know what? When I saw Wentz go down, I immediately looked at Eason, and I had studied him a little bit before the game, but not too much. And then when I saw that card, I was like, you know what? Right or wrong, I don't even care. I'm calling run. As long if Taylor's in the game, I'm calling run. And then his very first pass, he hits for 33 yards.
Yeah,
he gets a long pass for 33 yards, and I love that one interception split he had where the only incomplete was an 11, and he got the 11. Yeah, I thought that was pretty good. But once Wentz went out, that really changed everything, because now you're basically making Taylor useless. I mean Taylor, granted, his long gain is a long gain, right or wrong. So you're going to have to hit that long gain, to get anything for him. But once Wentz went out, I'm like, okay, I'm calling, run whenever I see Taylor out there, at least until the game gets to the point where there's not enough time left to do anything. So.
Yeah, once that injury happened, it was, I was trying to be generous as I could on the broadcast, but the reality is, if you have to have a quarterback that bad, the only way that's ever going to work is if you've got a Jonathan Taylor or a Derrick Henry. So I knew that there were still ways that these gears could click in such a manner that breaks could happen and he could get back in the game, but it really did it was pretty much over at that point, especially
because he's dealing with a defensive card, 3-man in zone, 4-man in zone. He's dealing with a good to excellent defensive card passing. So, and he doesn't even have a good card guessed wrong. So it's like, okay, there's even no reason to worry about the pass. So that really changed the dynamics. Up until that point, when that happened, he was facing 4th and 11 with 10 minutes to go. He might have even gone for it there. If he still had Wentz on the field, he might have gone for it.
We could ask him himself, because we do welcome John Freeze to the broadcast. Welcome, John.
Hey guys.
Hey, John.
Let me open by saying congratulations on a great season, buddy.
Oh yeah.
Oh well, it was mostly a reflection of the division that I was in. An average team stands out in that division, and I had a weak schedule, so
Let me ask you, do you think that your cards for the Colts this year are carded better than the Colts card? Oh, you didn't play the Colts last year, did you, though?
No, I had the Falcons last year.
That's right. I was
Yeah,
curious
and
because
so I wouldn't draw a
thought that
comparison,
Michael
but
Pittman was an A, and I had that wrong. I apologize.
yeah, you could take a look at some of the comments that I've been trying to join for a while, but
Oh, I'm sorry.
for some reason I wasn't logged in properly or something, you
Huh.
know. But in any event, you can see in the chats where I was disputing the notion that the Colts were. Somebody said something about the Colts being like one of the best bunches of cards in the AFC this
Best
year, and that's
carded team. Yeah.
bullshit.
Well, it's funny
That's
you say that
bullshit.
because
Yeah,
I heard that as
that's bullshit.
well, and I thought the same. Listen, I thought the same,
Yeah.
but then as I called this game, I started to doubt that, and it began when I saw that I saw that Michael Pittman wasn't rated an A, and that was my recollection is that he was, and that's when I realized I was thinking about the prior set from last year, and without him being rated an A, when you get put in a position where you need to have Carson Wentz pass to win you a game, you obviously with Carson Wentz want to limit that. And Jonathan Taylor gives you an opportunity to limit that as much as possible. But the Patriots are a tough team to match up against in that role. And all that kind of came to fruition in this game is kind of what it looked like to me.
Every time the Colts this year tanked against an opponent, it was exactly the way today went.
Where you were forced to kind of throw because you couldn't get the run game off?
No, I wasn't forced to throw because I couldn't get the run game off. It's when I was throwing and he was calling run, and I was in the wrong column and bullshit, you know.
No, you're right.
Which was what was happening throughout the first half.
Yeah,
I made some comment during the game of good calls, not decent calls, but unrewarded.
Yeah,
I called a decent game in the first half. The second half,
you sure did, John.
Everything just turned to shit in the second half. But in the first, and by the way, I'm cussing a lot because I'm frustrated and pissed off.
I totally get that.
But
I totally get it.
In any event, I don't want to be a wet blanket though, because
it's okay.
The other guy on this call called a great game, and he has a very good team, and I wish him all the success in the world in going up against the Chargers and representing the AFC in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
That's gonna be a good game and a rematch. Yeah, John, I want to make sure you know, and you'll see it if you watch the broadcast. You needed Carson Wentz, and you had those wrong opportunities. You had, as I told Dennis before you came on, you figured out early enough in time to make plenty of difference. You figured out in the first half, Dennis is all in on this run call. And so you started trying to get those passes off, but the wrong opportunities where you could hit a wrong on it, you couldn't seem to get the rolls you needed. And so
I got holding penalties and stuff.
Payoff.
The first drive of the game that Dennis had for the field goal, I got him into a second and very long on a holding penalty on 1st and 10. And he overcame it, but I didn't. And my first opportunity with the ball, same thing happened to me, and I did not overcome it. So that was the difference in in basically that was the first half writ small.
Well, that goal line stand was huge when you got
he
down.
Did it, and I didn't.
When you got down right before halftime, you had 1st and goal at the 3-yard line. What was it?
Yeah.
1st and goal at the 3.
To be honest with you, I was thinking about that, and in retrospect, you could have said that I should have gone for it, and I think I actually should have.
We both Tim and I both agree you should have kicked the field goal. You're down 10, and you're getting the ball in the second half. Take the 3.
You got to get the score.
The logic of the game tells you kick a field goal at that point because you're down 10. You take away a piece of how you're down, and you go into and plus you're looking at getting the ball back to open the second.
Right.
Yeah, if you were at the 1, if it was 4th and goal from the 1.
If you're staring at a weak defense, especially a weak run defense that allows you 2 options to go to attack it, that's one thing. But against, of all teams, the New England Patriots, no, I agree with you 1,000%. You kick the field goal, you cut it to a 1-score game. I was with you 1,000% on that.
That sneak with Carson Wentz, though, and I think it was in the third quarter, was a stupid call on my part.
Yeah.
Or alternatively, you could say it was a great call on Dennis's part to key the motherfucker, which is
Yeah.
why in the world would anybody ever key a quarterback, for God's sake? And then when you look at New England's linebacker card, you kind of get a sense of, oh, well,
yeah.
Exactly. Linebacker, even with two linebackers, is weak up the middle. He's weak.
Oh, hell yeah.
But keying the running back doesn't cure that weakness up the middle on your own defensive cards. So it was that I thought was a noteworthy thing. I scared him with Carson Wentz.
And for a moment with Jacob Eason too.
Which by the way, I didn't scare. By the way, I'm absolutely joking with that. Yeah. Boy, you have to really watch Carson Wentz as a running back.
Yeah, you only thought you were struggling with Carson Wentz until Jacob Eason had to come in. That was a tough card, and that was unfortunate. Another bad break for you because it kind of takes you out of the game at that point. And,
well, this is traditional for me in Strato to make it to the playoffs with everybody completely injured.
Yeah, you had a lot of problems with your middle linebacker, your outside linebacker.
Yeah. Do you remember if I said two words, the catch? What is the catch to you guys?
Dwight Clark.
You mean Strat or NFL?
I had that team in Strato. And by the time I got to the Super Bowl, I was missing.
No.
I didn't have Joe Montana. I didn't have Dwight Clark. I didn't have. I forget who the tight end was. He was a real good tight end.
Jones, Burt Jones.
Half
Jones?
of. No, this was before him.
Okay.
I forget who the tight end on that club was. And half of my defense was zeros. Which I mean, because they were all injured, it had been a bloodbath, and that's typical for me in Strato. I always, when I make it to the playoffs, I never have a complete team. Everybody's all messed up.
Yeah, and you were hurting without Hilton, T.Y. Hilton. He's your number 3 guy, your number 3 receiver. And then you lost Ali Cox as well.
2 linebackers.
Yeah. Actually, this team was healthier than the team that I played Pittsburgh with.
Oh, well.
I have more injuries than the game against Pittsburgh. So I can't. Although the Wentz thing did, seeing Wentz go out kind of hurt.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, that sealed it. Yeah. I thought at that point, oh well, yeah. We're just
the first time we met,
around now.
The first time we met this year, you beat me 34-14, and I remember after the game you said Wentz probably had his best game for you the entire season. I think he ended up with like a 112 or a 120 quarterback rating. So today we held him to a 67.
Yeah, it was not a good game. Yeah, so.
No, not
at
all.
Any of it, but you called a very good game, Dennis. So congratulations, and
thank you.
Hope you do well. As for me, I'm gonna sign off and wish you both well. And,
thanks for another great season, John. We're looking forward to seeing you next year again, buddy. Okay.
Yeah, see you next year. Oh, by the way, next year things are going to be very bad for the Colts. But,
a little bit,
as you well know.
Any chance you're moving?
Huh?
Is there any chance your ownership is moving, packing up to take on a new team?
Oh, it always. I'm always ready to jump if there's something else that comes along that's better. But I'm kind of excited about the Colt future. With I think Steichen coming in is a really good move, and that it really looks like they're finally going to make a top of the first round quarterback selection and get their act glued together, so maybe maybe I'll just suffer through a bad year next year and maybe
hopefully
we'll have
hopefully they've got some pieces. I mean, you've got some trenches for sure, and if you've got trenches on both sides of the ball, you've got some building blocks that you can really build around. So,
okay, guys, well, have a pleasant evening.
All right, John.
Yeah, you too. Hey, before I let you go, Dennis, I
y'all
need
later.
to hear you talk about
Oh.
your matchup coming up in the AFC title game. Before, I'm curious. First of all, how many times have you been to the title game or the Super Bowl in the USFFL specifically?
I don't know
I
if I
don't know.
have. Yeah, I
Huh?
really don't know. I really don't know either. I know I've never been to the Super Bowl. I don't know if I've been to the championship game. Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
you and I battled in the championship game before.
You and I've had some playoff battles. I
Yeah, we
know.
have.
Did you hear
Usually
me
they
take
go
a
to
shot at you
overtime.
earlier, by the way? Did you miss my thinly veiled shot earlier?
I did not. What was it?
I said, I said something to the effect of, actually, I was talking about Jacob Eason, and I was saying how, well, you're actually in a position where you might actually have some fear about a backup quarterback coming in a big game and finding a way to beat you. Wasn't that right? Brody Coyle?
Brody Coyle.
Was that against you? Am I
I
wrong
don't.
about this?
I think you're wrong about that. No.
Shoot.
Yeah.
I beat somebody with the Patriots, I thought it was. It was probably whoever played the Patriots before you. I had
Okay.
Brody Coyle come in, I think, in a playoff game, and I somehow got out of it.
Oh wow. No, I don't think that was us.
Dang
But no,
it.
I would have a tendency to beat you in the regular season, and then you'd always just get me in the playoffs. So what's going on with Anthony? Did he lose anybody today? Does he have any injuries to deal with?
So he got Joey Bosa hurt in the game, but only for the game. He's back.
Oh,
So no new
okay.
injuries that I recall for the Chargers. So
Okay. Well, that should
you
be a
guys have
fun
that
one.
one coming up. What was the score of your first one this year?
I don't think I. Oh, did I? Yeah, that's right. I did play him this year. Let me take him.
Yeah,
Taking a
because
look
you
right
had the
now.
tiebreaker. He had to stay a game ahead of you to keep that one seed.
Yes, I beat him
You beat him.
Yeah, I beat him 33-20.
Okay.
Yeah, I beat him
All right.
33-20. Cool. Okay.
So we've got a rematch of that one. Winner goes to the Super Bowl.
It'll be his revenge
Listen, I'm
tour.
excited for both of you. You guys have both been here a long time. You're great coaches. You got a great teams and a good opportunity. And so I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys at the championship game. I'm looking forward to calling it.
And what's the opening line? Come on, Commish. Throw it out there.
You want me to tell you right now?
Yeah, I want you
Do
to
I
tell
have
me
the
right
option to change it later if I change my mind?
Absolutely.
If I would put it right now, man, it is. I got to be honest. I would probably put it at -3 for the Patriots.
Seriously, wow.
I understand that the Chargers are the 1 seed, but anybody can look at their defensive cards and know they're a little bit over their skis.
Absolutely.
Right. And he obviously, Anthony does a good job.
He does.
And he uses his offense to play his defense in many ways too. But I think your team is uniquely built to take on the Chargers. And so I don't know. Yeah, you've done it once. That's another thing. You did it by more than a score. I would pick the Patriots as my guess, but nothing that the Chargers are going to do at this point is surprising me. So.
Oh no, Anthony's a great coach. So and he'll know every one of my weaknesses inside and out. So we'll see about that.
All right. Well, he's probably listening or watching right now. We'll see, but we'll look forward to that one.
Congrats to you on your Chiefs, man. That was just an amazing Super Bowl. Yeah. That's awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Cool.
I could go on for hours about that for sure, but nobody wants to hear that, and that's fine. So
bottom line it was an entertaining game. It was so fun to watch. Yeah, it was such a fun game to watch. It was really nice.
Yeah, I mean, to see another 10-point deficit overcome, another injury overcome. I'm just living the dream. Yeah,
I bet you are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for broadcasting.
Have a good one. Thanks again.
All right.
Signing off here, folks. We got the AFC title game set up. Dennis, you will be taking his Patriots into Los Angeles against the Los Angeles Chargers, and the Seattle Seahawks await the weekend winner of the Packers versus the Niners. And that'll do it for the night here in the USFFL. Stay tuned for more because you know it's coming.
See you, Tim. Thanks.
Night, everybody.